Ahoy, and welcome to Players in Book. You're just gonna have to guess what we're laughing about off camera here. This is a live play D&D game where I can DM for some of the best players in the world, including.
Oh yeah, I'm first. Hi.
Like on my screen, like that's gonna help.
Yeah, it should though. I should remember I'm first. I'm Lauren Urban. She, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. You should also look at. I'm doing the Idle Champions thing. Yes, I will get used to talking about this eventually. Idle Champions, The Forgotten Realms, which is a fantastic game that you can play on a multitude of devices. And you can also get characters in that game from a multitude of actual plays that are out there that are played by people on this stream right here, right now, including me. Yay! You can also get an Electrum chest from an Electrum chest code that is floating around in chat or somewhere by my head. What is the Electrum chest code this week?
It is
Goop Days
OLED. Yep, that.
I love just asking what the code is and listening to everybody say it in glee. It's super fun. If you missed that, you can always put !code in chat, and so that you can do a copy pasta into your game, so you can get some loot for your characters. One character you're not going to get loot for, though, is Fairlos, who is the Tabaxi cleric I will be playing tonight, because she doesn't give out loot. She's not that kind of cleric.
Hello, I am Jen Kretschmer. You can find me on the interwebs as dreamwisp.bisky.social, dreamwispjen, or dreamwisp, depending where you are hanging out. Today, I am playing your friendly neighborhood tsunami druid, Rivulet, and today is our 50th episode. Woo!
Hey!
Wow! Happy 50th, friends!
Wow!
Yeah, so thank you all for hanging out for 50 episodes. We appreciate you all.
50 of them. Okay, wait, before I introduce myself, I need to know if the resizing of the map was Celebration.
The what? What's happened?
I saw the map get resized in and out a bunch on...
I'm not doing anything, actually.
It's like fireworks.
It's like fireworks.
If that happened, that was just, I don't know.
Yes! Awesome. Thank you, Billith, our producer, for celebrating in the way that makes you the most visible by resizing the map to celebrate. Hi, I'm Latia Jaquise. You can find me everywhere at Latia Jaquise or at my website, latiajaquise.com, where if you are a sneaky person and saw me update my pets page a couple weeks ago, you'll see both the dogs now. Yay! Both the dogs have their own page on my website because that's what you do when you have a website. When you have a website, you can do whatever you want with it. But what the dogs don't have is access to this game because they don't have opposable thumbs. But I do, and my opposable thumbs are allowing me to play Estiqua Havenwright, who is a Dragonboard blade singing wizard who is very curious about a bunch of book holes.
Interesting. I'm Jeremiah Sumerian. And as previously mentioned, I'm the DM. And I mean, I guess I should just get into the session summary.
Yeah.
So,
Wow!
this is episode 50 of Player in Book's first campaign, The Secondhand Souls. Let's all clap. Just, we did it.
Yay! We didn't
Previous.
So far.
Previously on Players in Book, Hard Truths. Get it because of the statues. Anyway, Secondhand Souls. begin to examine the strange anomaly at the center of the courtyard. But after probing it and defining its edges, the only thing they conclude is that it appears to have things trapped inside it that are trying to get out, and then it winks out of existence. They rest inside the royal bedrooms, attempting to determine how much information Sargaroth the secret keeper might have, and then they depetrify the statues in the courtyard, including Tallulah's father. It is 12:55 p.m. on Moon's Day, the 35th of Dreams, and Furloughs has asked a very pressing question. What's next?
I also have a question. Latia has a question.
Mm-hmm.
How long are the weeks in this place?
They are 7 days. It's 7-day weeks with 49-day months and 7
Cool.
months.
Cool. Essequa's birthday's in a week.
Oh,
Just throwing that out there. Essequa's birthday's in a week.
that's good to know. Note to self.
Note to self.
Which is interesting because I don't think I've ever celebrated a character's birthday.
And the other question becomes
Ooh.
like, how old is she?
That's a great question.
Wait, I think that might have been in your backstory because you sent me like a character sheet style back.
I sure did.
I'd have to look, but I bet it's in there.
It probably is. I'm actually looking right now because I don't remember. But yeah, Feralos's question is more. Oh, I do know how old she's going to be. Feralos's question is much more important.
No, I think your birthday is very important. It's just not here yet. That's all.
Right. So in the now, your question is more important.
Also, I just gotta say, as Lauren, I don't think any characters I know of or have played have ever celebrated a birthday. Not because we wouldn't have, but because most campaigns.
Not true. Neb had a birthday in Children of Verte.
That's right.
Most campaigns don't keep
You
track of
were
the
a
date.
December
I think you were
baby.
probably thinking.
Well, no, because most campaigns that I'm in, or a lot of them, only cover the span of like 2 weeks.
That's a good point too.
And Erte, it was really important for us to. Deb needed our birthdays and our star signs as
Yeah.
part of stuff. So we
That's
all
cool.
were really, really specific about our characters' birthdays. Mine is still in my calendar.
I love
yeah,
that.
no, you're right. You're right.
It's coming up.
Yeah, so what's next? I mean, there's not much that we can do at the moment to help Tallulah with this whole ruling
Thing.
thing.
So
I have one other question, just before we leave the castle, as a general thought. Looking around for any objects, tools, items that might be useful to us in our further excursions.
Find useful.
Latia will define useful for Essequa. They have a library here. Could she spend some are there any books that might have spells in them that she could take an opportunity to add to her spell book, for example?
I will say, to some degree, someone ransacked this place not too long before the palace was taken. But
That's
yes,
rude.
But did that someone necessarily know what they were looking for if we're talking about magical things or spells or things that might be hidden from someone without that kind of knowledge or experience?
If you all would like, you can make a collective...
I feel like I just did the church lady face.
Y'all would like, you could do a sort of collective investigation check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give Essequa help.
Yes.
Because I'm very good at looking through libraries, but I don't get my spells out of a book, so I will help her find a book.
Cool. I will do
Yeah, I'm happy to help with some guidance, perhaps, or I can also look around. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I have rolled a 20 so far.
You got a 22 from Rivulet.
22, and then plus guidance as well for either of us.
I will
would like
roll
to
it if
roll
that's
it.
okay.
Sure.
That's a
No, 21. It's only a 1.
21,
Okay.
22, and did I guess Esco rolled with advantage. I didn't see Esco's roll and come over for some reason, but it's fine.
Yeah, it didn't come over probably because of D&D Beyond shenanigans, but it was a dirty 20. I did roll with advantage. It was a dirty 20, and then the 1 from guidance, so 21.
Gotcha. So 20.
May I roll my guidance as well on mine?
Yeah.
On my 22? See if we can get us past the.
The
24.
25 threshold.
Yeah. I got us to 24.
That's close.
It's better. All right. Yeah. So there we go. Game log. I'll have that open just for next time. Cool beans. All right. So
Looking around, you do find spell books that have spells you could copy down. They are part of the official sort of like library, so you could borrow them with the permission of the sovereign, if you'd like. But the idea would be that you would
return them as soon as possible, because they also will be used to help rebuild the kingdom.
Yeah, of course.
When it comes to most anything else that's valuable in the palace, it's gonna be. I think spell books are about the most likely thing you can find, because they're something that you can borrow in return rather than take and possibly lose in a fight somewhere, or use up, which most magic items that they have available would be like charges worth. Plus, there's Tallulah's dealing with this matters of state, but there are some competing demands and sort of delicateness and sensitivities with regards to the royal treasury and the opulence of the palace, and there's some talk about possibly selling off everything that's in the palace to help pay for improvements to places like the Bulwark District. There's a lot of stuff going on.
But yeah, of course I'll return them when we come back for you. Duh. I say to Tallulah as I ask her to borrow the books.
So, speaking of book, what do we want to do with Tallulah's book? Are we leaving it with her? Are we taking it with us?
I mean, I feel like it. Well, I feel like it might be safer here. There's more people to defend it.
It's true.
It makes sense for it to stay close to her at the very least, so...
Also, if we're headed into particularly dangerous areas where it might get taken away from us, that's not something we really want to risk, right?
That's true, I just wasn't sure if we needed it for something? I guess?
Don't know.
Neither do I. I think it's better that it's in our possession, not necessarily that we're doing anything with it.
All right, well, let's set it up somewhere here that Tallulah has easy access to it, and it's relatively well guarded, and...
I mean, if you put it back where you picked it up, that's the throne room.
Mm-hmm. Works for me.
And I'm saying that because that's probably what other people would suggest to you as well, including, I can't speak for Tallulah, but I can speak for some of the NPCs that are around her.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, if Tallulah decides that the throne room's not the best place for it, then Tallulah and the people here can move it.
Yeah. Couple big beefy guys can help move
Exactly.
it. Yeah. Okay. And I guess the only other thing to look for is if we think there's anything, and this might not be necessarily anything that is valuable to us. Can we think of anything that would be valuable to a lich dragon that is looking to get back into crypto? Something we could bring to him to barter with?
No. I'm not saying this definitively, but I mean, unless we can actually get our hands on whatever the heck crypto is, doesn't sound particularly pleasant. But unless we can get our hands on some of that, I think we just kind of go with what we got, or maybe find something on the way.
Okay.
Would you like to make a insight check, Lauren, to see if you can think of something you might already have in your possession that you would like?
Lauren doesn't want to, but Fairless absolutely will.
Oh, if you well, hold on, if Lauren doesn't want to, then go do it. That's
No, Fairless has a way better
I'm
insight.
happy to try if you'd like me to, if this is an open discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, Fairless, I think she would definitely insight, especially having talked to this dragon a couple times. So I think it's worth it because the thought process she's going down is this is an unconventional dragon doing unconventional things. What it thinks is valuable isn't necessarily the standard value proposition, you know, like when we were just looking for valuable things in the castle, like magic items and, you know, monetary value. I don't know if its idea of value is the same, you know. It might think a fork is valuable for all I know. So here we go, insight.
Yeah, some people call them dingle hoppers, and they have mass value.
Exactly.
21.
This is true.
Yeah, 21.
That's not
Blackjack.
bad.
if you'd like, you can roll it with advantage since Rivulet was helping you.
Yeah.
Absolutely do that. Let's try that again. It's not any better, so I'll take the 21.
Okay, so financial instruments, ledgers. You found one of his old bodies once, along with
Ooh. There was a rack of books and stuff next to it.
And there was very specifically the ledger that included the line about the line that let us know that he had paid to be turned into a lich.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we still have that book.
You did take it.
Yeah.
I think Tallulah might have it in her inventory, but that's not hard to get a hold of if you guys are.
Well, I'm pretty sure she has the bag of holding.
Yeah.
And so I think in this, hey, we're gonna go take care of some stuff off Brescia, and we'll come back and pick you up after you've figured out all this ruling stuff. We're taking the bag of holding with us. We'll be right back.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
strategy here.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's in the bag of holding. And if it's not, that would be weird. I don't remember what it's called. I'm trying to look in party inventory, but I think bag of holding was before party inventory was.
It's possible. And it's also possible it's not marked
It
down. It was more of
was.
a narrative
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. He might be interested in that and getting that back. It provided us with a very key piece of information, but it might be something that is more than just a heirloom. It might actually include a lot of very important information to him.
Mhm.
So that might be something we can barter with.
Well, that's a start. I mean, we shouldn't overthink this. We have
Yeah.
something.
You know, Essequa, you say that, and you reminded me of something very important, which is you shouldn't overthink it with Sargaroth.
Mhm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly feel very insulted from. I don't understand why.
He's a good kid. We can keep
Are
it
there
simple.
any books on self-help, self-esteem, how to find therapy?
He has plenty of self-esteem. But the therapy, though, I think that's an excellent idea.
I think there's a lot of insecurity happening there, just saying. But
Mm.
you know, it's also possible he could do, he would want some knowledge or instruction on the current state of the world of finance. So are there any books on finance that we could find that we might be able to either... And Fairlos is going to give a look that is very clearly, I'm about to lie. Borrow?
I mean, there is a royal library here full of books, some of which date back to the Kasari Empire. In fact, quite a lot that date back to the Kasari Empire. But yeah, you could look around for that specifically. I think you guys were looking for books earlier, so I don't feel like it would be fair to make you roll again for that and just use your previous rolls, which was 22 and 21 respectively. You've so you're looking. Define again exactly your parameters. I just want to be clear.
I'm thinking that if he's looking to regain his wealth and maybe he's looking to get back into the market here, literally markets, you know, learning about how the finances work now might be useful. So are there current books, like not the Kasari stuff from way back when, like are there current, like, hey, you know, finances 101, you know, here's how to make your first million, those kind of books.
Yeah. You've got, there's the Art of the Seal, which is written specifically with regards to magic items and their marketing towards sort of the mass production of market items and of magic items, specifically in how they are able to be marketed to the common folk rather than just the ultra rich, which expands the ability of corporations to bring in money. It's written by the CEO of not Porty Balin Shipping and Freight, but another dwarven mountain home corporation whose name escapes me off the top of my head, but it's not super important. And then you have a couple of books on the modern banking system, which, to be fair, still uses mostly old Kasari gold coins and platinum coins. But does talk about how investment opportunities sometimes require things beyond pure cash, magical power investments.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. But those are more generic sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Academic style books, not really like meant for mass appeal. If you look at the Art of the Seal, it is complete garbage. Basically completely useless, but that doesn't mean that your Draco Lich friend wouldn't find it appealing.
I was about to say, does it, like, skimming the first chapter or two, does it seem like something that, yeah, okay, sure.
It's mostly bragging about the CEO and his lifestyle, to be clear. Almost, not exclusively, but that's mostly what it's about.
Yeah, I'll still take that.
Oh, Rivulet's starting to think about something.
Okay, what you thinking? What you thinking?
I mean, is it so wrong to grift a grifter?
I don't think so. I think that's what we're trying to do right now, honestly. Gently, but yeah.
I mean, perhaps we set up a scenario where we talk about how wealthy some of us have become off of I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a clever name and I'm not succeeding. Carl Coin, or whatever we want to call it, and get Sargaroth to invest everything that.
You want to do a rug pull on a crypto bro Draco Lich?
I mean, again, is it so wrong to grift a grifter?
I think in
when
this world
they're-
it's called a flying carpet, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh no.
it doesn't seem like that's necessarily. As long as we don't keep all of the money. Seems like
wait,
restoring some sort of equilibrium to the universe.
I said I was going to do this. Cryptocurrency is stupid.
Well, here's the thing. We also don't know exactly and for sure what he wants or needs. These are all things to keep in mind. We still have to figure out if we're even going to be able to talk to him. So let's keep these ideas in our back pocket and let's
My
see if-
sense is all we need to talk to him is flattery and some expensive goodies.
You're probably right about that. Honestly, I think I could send him a sending and say I would love to show him other parts of the book he has, and he would be more than happy to invite us on in. But yeah. Sim, how far away is Brescia from the Isle of Dreams?
A day or two sailing at most. Actually, no, in your ship, because your ship is magically enhanced in quite a number of ways. Above water, probably 18 hours.
Okay, so we could get there pretty fast. Well, I can message Karadig, let him know state of things, and we're looking to leave soon, and where we're looking to go, and we could be there tomorrow if we want to be.
Is there anyone else who would have important information that would be useful to us about Sargaroth?
I mean, other than the old Empress, probably not. The old undead, not dead, maybe dead, kind of dead Empress.
Slightly alive.
Honestly, I feel like talking to her at this moment, we're not going to get anything. We
No,
might
I
be
don't
able to
think
get
so.
information about her from Sargaroth.
Could be interesting.
He might appreciate an update on Brescia. Especially if the two of them had some kind of dealings with each other. Also, why does he have body parts just kind of lying all over the world in different places? I'm still not sure I understand that.
Well, one can only speculate at this point. Maybe he sold them for whatever, for more crypto.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrifying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna message Karadig now because he always makes me feel better for some reason. Casting sending.
That's a lot of pressure.
I mean, Karadig doesn't need to know that.
I meant on
Right.
me.
Oh no!
Look, all of our entire crew is that's our emotional support ship. Did you not
Pretty much.
know?
Don't tell a DM that. They'll take it away.
Then how will we get anywhere?
Struggling.
Sending. There we go. Things have gone well. Rebellion is successful. Tallulah is staying for a few days to settle things. We're coming back shortly. How are you doing?
I am so sorry. I'm on my way back now. Will be there shortly. Started ferrying refugees to safety. So sorry.
I'm immediately casting sending again.
It would have been so funny to me if the rest of his response was just so sorry over and over.
I was
Sorry.
I was waiting for the I went on a joyride, but like
Right.
yeah, so immediate sending back. No apologies necessary for helping refugees. Finish helping. Let us know when you are done. That was a good idea. Thank you.
I'm only a couple hours out. I counted for I probably shouldn't.
I've had a discussion
He
about
would do
that in a
that.
different game about whether counts, about
Yeah, I
whether
kinda-
those kind
Counted
of
for myself is the thing, but I will see if my contacts have more people to evacuate when I arrive.
All right.
Which you don't have to intuit this. They're probably not now that the revolution has succeeded, but maybe.
I mean, I could see some people still wanting to GTFO. Yeah, look, at this point, I think I'll now look back at my friends and say, he's been ferrying refugees out of the city. The ship isn't currently at port, but he's going to be back in a couple of hours and will let us know when he's back. Which is fine, because I don't think we were looking to leave, like, right now. And certainly, I'm more than willing to wait a couple of hours for him helping some people get to safety.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could just go with them if he has other people to ferry, so it's not that big of a deal.
If there are other people to ferry, if there are still refugees who are looking to leave, that's something that maybe Tallulah and the other rebels can help with, because I would like to think that now that the fighting is over and the old regime is no longer in charge, that things will be better, but I don't want anyone to feel like they have to stay.
Right.
And yeah, I guess I'll pass that information along to Tallulah, and if I run into Johnny, if I run into Johnny also, kind of let them know what's going on. And also let Johnny know that we are probably leaving soon, because he came in with us, but I'm assuming he's staying to...
Yeah, I need to stay around here because, as I understand it, someone said that the Duke Jameau is coming with a military fleet in the next day-ish, and we're not to attack necessarily, but
We don't know exactly. It's a delicate situation when power is transitioning. It's the whole thing. I did send a message to Hivern, but they do not have a fleet free in the area because of other things that are going on. That I can't. I'm not. Sorry, I'm not at liberty. It's a state secret.
Are there other people around when he says that? Like,
I think it depends on you. When would you have talked to him about this issue?
probably the first time I ran into him. Like,
So then let's say, yeah, probably just casual, sort of in a room of other people.
I don't have message or anything. All right, Fairlos is not just subtle. He's gonna say that because Fairlos thinks she knows what he's talking about. Yeah, she's not casual. She's just gonna say, "Follow me for a second," and is just going to like lead him out of the room to with her friends to like a spot where they're out of earshot from a bunch of people and go, "Yeah, my brother and a bunch of our friends with that fleet going to Valen."
Yeah, they are still. It's complicated. The dwarves are not beaten. It's still going on. It's actually been going on for several days. When you're talking to a military commander, sometimes they'll tell you that things are going well, and you don't know for sure if they're telling you the truth or not. Our military commanders say that they got this in the bag. It shouldn't be a problem. But if it was in the bag and it shouldn't be a problem, it would have been done already.
Well, the dwarves are never gonna just be an easy win.
Well, I understand is I did get messages that they got assistance from the island itself. Apparently, they're the y'all's school or whatever. A bunch of people came down and started attacking the invasion and occupation forces.
Nice.
Yeah, our school is unfriendly to invaders.
Yeah. Heard particular tale of a fella called, I think, Prince Hespera. Apparently, he was leading the counterattacks.
Good for him.
Absolutely. Do me a favor at some point. If you think Tallulah needs a distraction, would you let her know that?
All right.
She'll get a kick out of that.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Good. I'll try to avoid sending a message to my brother to find out more, but we're going to be leaving short.
There might be a better way to get more unbiased information. If you do before you leave, I would appreciate you telling me so I could have a better view of things from multiple viewpoints.
Fairlos is going to stand there for a second because she was about to say, I don't know what we could do here, But then, like, Johnny probably has contacts who could actually do stuff, so she's going to grab the sending stone that's specific to her brother. All kinds of sendings today. All the sendings. And she's going to activate that sending stone to her brother. How goes the fight? Are you and the rest of the crew okay? Any information would be very much appreciated. And if you need help.
The fight is still very much undecided. Not all our crew is still alive. Charles says, hey, we lost our ship, but we got a new ship.
She'll look over at her friends. Charles says, hey. She'll look back over at Johnny. My brother says fighting is still pretty fierce. He's an optimistic sort, so for him to admit that means it's still pretty bad. They lost their ship, but they have a new ship? Which makes me very curious, because this is not the first time they've commandeered a ship, and now...
I was just about to say.
Mm-hmm. If I had the wherewithal, I would send another sending and ask what ship they managed to steal this time, but I feel like I know, and I don't want to know. But yeah, things are... It's still an ongoing battle, it sounds like.
Well, that's not any new information, but I could hope. I appreciate you trying.
I don't know what else my brother would
that's fine.
necessarily be able to. He was
The
at
fact
least
that it's
able
the same,
to.
yeah, the fact that it's the same thing, it's useful confirmation.
Yeah, he was at least in line with what your contacts are saying. Well,
Yep. While they've been distracted, he looks around. The Havarian Union's been doing some other work, so with any luck, we might be able to end this war pretty soon, regardless of how that battle goes. But I kind of hope that we win that one too. That'd be nice.
it'd be nice if all these came to an end. I'm kind of tired of having to dance around a lot of wars. Anyway, the three of us are headed back to our ship, and we're taking a brief trip out to the Isle of Dreams, where we'll hopefully be back shortly.
All right. I'll let some of the bosses and various other, I hate calling them revolutionaries. Not really that anymore. The people that are making decisions and stuff. The new square of 7 folk and so on.
I mean, hopefully by the time we get back to Lula, we'll have come up with a better name than that.
No, they're pretty. There is some talk because there's apparently some sort of fey magic regarding the daughters of the Empress sort of deal.
Mm.
So I pitched this as an idea that she could like institute elections, but the title of the person elected is Daughter of Brescia, and it could be whoever gets that position could be. It's complicated, but regardless, as long as she's around and all of her descendants are around, they could just delegate the authority. But I thought it would be interesting if they could actually shift it through elections, but I think that's going to require some talking to some
Just
fake
change
creatures.
it into a gender-neutral title rather than a heritable.
We're gonna have to talk to
Great.
some fake creatures, I think, to really work out those details.
Well, we have access to some Fae if you need. And we have access to some Fae who owe us some favors.
Favors.
Some favors.
I mean, that is true, but am I?
Fairlos gives you both like the harshest side eye ever.
So-
It's just one of those. They owe us some favors.
I have my own level of intelligence gathering that says that the ones that owe you favors are currently engaged in battle with some dwarven's ships around Valen.
Oh yeah, that is still happening.
That doesn't mean that they still can't be fighting and kissing and helping
People can
us at the same
multitask.
Exactly.
They are very
Oh.
powerful fey creatures.
If
They
if
also
that's interesting
Time
enough
works
to you,
differently, and
they got the admiral on one of our ships to marry them in the middle of a battle.
oh, good for
Oh
them.
my god.
Have they already
Sort
been
of.
divorced twice?
Not
Eh,
yet.
This seems to be their thing. If that's their relationship, again, we've got to just get therapists on call for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Anyway.
the healthcare situation like here?
Here, not great. Yeah.
Okay, we should fix that.
Apparently, they like to use a lot of mind control, so now we're having to deal with some of the fallout of the brainwashing
Yeah.
signals.
Yeah, that's not great.
There's clerics that are specially designed for that kind of thing. I'm not that kind of cleric, but
Yeah.
they're ones
Clerics,
that
clerics of the heart are generally the ones we need for that kind of thing, and you don't really fit the bill for that.
no, that's not.
Seems like a lot of people here would benefit from access to those clerics on a regular basis.
I mean, I can ask my god if he could send
Well, you know,
some, but
I don't ask.
unfortunately, yeah.
It's not polite generally to ask, but since you brought it up, who is your deity?
Well, ironically enough, someone who I could ask to send some of those clerics, but he wouldn't ask anybody because it'd be impolite to suggest any course of action.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, if that was the case, I'd just get my dad to send him a message, probably. No, it's all right. We'll muddle through one way or the other, I suppose.
We'll figure it out.
That's not a great thing to say when it comes to mental health, but that's sometimes what you have to do anyway.
There'll be people who will want to help now that they can. That's usually the way it works. There's enough people who like to be helpers when this kind of thing shows up. So,
Well, we're gonna miss you.
well, hopefully we'll only be gone for a couple of days.
He like puts a hand out for a shake.
She'll shake it because she knows we're only gonna be gone for a couple of days, but that doesn't mean that it won't be longer. So, she'll shake it.
Good luck.
You too. We'll try to keep in contact.
Well, don't use energy you might need to fight off and to contact me. Hold on, 1 second. And he goes into his pockets and pulls out a stone that you easily can recognize as a sending stone. If it's an emergency,
I will take it and add it to the ever-growing list of sending stones for very specific people.
Are you putting it into the bag of holding, or do you want me to?
Would you put it in the bag of holding? That's actually
Sure.
yeah. I'll keep a hold of the one that's specifically for my brother, but yeah, the one to Johnny. Let's make sure. Yeah, everybody's got an eye on that one. And yeah, unless there's anything else we need to do here, make our winding way through the entire city to the port to go meet up with our ship, I guess.
I want to ask, because you're in a very special circumstances here. You're in a big ass city with tons of different stores that can provide for pretty much anything you'd want to buy. And probably a populace that might be convinced to discount some stuff for you at this particular moment in time, but maybe not later. I don't know. Are there any, say, expensive spell components that you guys want to try and get a hold of at the current time? You've leveled up a couple of times since you've come out here.
I mean, the only thing for me would be diamond dust for greater restoration, I think. But let me take a look.
I mean, I'm gonna need for divination some more expensive incense. I don't have much gold. I don't know if we found much valuable.
You haven't
stuff
picked up a lot of
lately,
valuable
so-
stuff necessarily. Real
Yeah,
question
I don't
is,
think we have money.
can Rivulet cast Revivify yet?
I think yes, I can.
Okay. I know that Tallulah knows you've been needing a diamond for that, and that she was present when you
Mhm.
asked for it a couple of times. She is going to be able to acquire one for you without.
Oh, great.
Um,
Fantastic.
That's good. Because I've got one, but
yeah,
I've also got a spell scroll of Revivify.
I think you guys used that. Am I
On
misremembering?
who?
I gave you one in the very, very beginning.
Yeah,
That
I've
was
still
the-
got in my possession a spell scroll of Revivify. That's how you say that thing. And one Revivify diamond of 300 gold pieces.
You know what? I'll look back and see. Maybe I'm wrong. So, but we'll assume you still have it for now. the
I
scroll.
did try to use the diamond to bring back her mom in
Oh yeah.
and then it didn't work. But
yes, but that was you just cast a spell at it. You didn't use a scroll for that.
yeah, and as far as I remember, the diamond wasn't consumed because the spell
was
didn't
not.
go through.
Right.
So
But I could swear that you used. I might be wrong, but I'm nearly certain, like 95% certain, that you used your scroll at some early point ish in the campaign. But I couldn't tell you over who. So
I'm sure
I'll-
someone in chat will be able to tell us.
Chat.
Save
remember,
us.
I'm also. I mean, if you remember it, I'll take it off because
This is not something that I'm like 100% competent in, though. So I'll just, for the moment, we'll say you still have it.
I'm also just looking through.
For me, the only thing that I need, unless, whenever you want to hand me the list of spells that I have copied, I don't need anything
Yeah, I
but
need to.
ink.
I need
Yeah,
to
but-
give you. I need to get together and look at your spell list, look at the possibilities of what you could pick up, and probably roll a couple of dice and
Sure.
figure out what the spell book's going to have.
But the only thing that I need right now that that would be consumed would be just extra ink. So
Yeah. How much you think?
Well, I mean, 100 gold worth. It's got to be like that super special magical ink. So 100 gold worth for now, because I have a plan for one of my spells, but we don't have that kind of currency yet. So
I would say 100 gold you can just have.
hey, ink.
And I think there was an incense request. How much?
Yeah, I need 25 gold valued incense for every use of divination.
Yeah, you can have, let's say, 4 blocks. So 25 times 4.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I mean, and then my ink request is also on top of, like, I assume that I am also provided the ink necessary to copy the spells into my spell book, so I'm asking for an additional 100 gold worth.
That is not a problem in this context here.
All right, so I did the quick scan through my 5th level spells because I don't think there's many 4th level spells that have really expensive components that I don't already have that I would need for. Death Ward is just so yeah, I just did a quick look through 5th, and so here are the ones that I could see myself using that have some components that I would need, and a couple of them are gonna be fun. So obviously there is Greater Restoration, which is the diamond dust. So 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust is one use of Greater Restoration. So that's not so bad. That's not like the worst.
Yeah, and you're going to get 100 gold worth of diamond dust easily in this particular case. You go.
Perfect. Now I know we have access to Karadig, who is the Scry Master.
Mhm.
But if for whatever reason we also wanted to scry, Esqua, do you also have scrying?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm
Riv, do
pretty
you have-
sure I don't.
Riv, do you have scrying? I'm trying to remember if.
I don't yet. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not.
Okay.
I don't think I have it yet.
I opted for Arcane Eye over Scrying.
Okay. I have access to it. In which case, I need to ponder an orb worth at least 1,000 gold pieces. That's not high on my list of things to get because, like I said, we do have access to Karadig, who's real good at it. But in case we need to do that and he's not around, I have 5th level spells, so we do have access to Raise Dead, which I don't necessarily need to have prepared immediately because Raise Dead, we got 10 days. However, that is a diamond worth 500 gold pieces. So
You have the 300 gold diamond already, right?
Yes, that is Revivify. That's the
I know. I'm gonna say it would not be difficult for you to acquire another 200 gold worth of diamonds. And I know a lot of times people will be like, it has to be one singular diamond, but it's not that problem here. You can put two together.
Okay. So basically I have 500 gold worth of diamond that can be used for Revivify or for Raise Dead.
Yeah, and an extra 100 of diamond dust for your the 1,000 gold orb. That's a little bit too difficult to get a hold of.
That's totally fine. And then one more, just because.
Yeah, no, ask.
So I have access to Summon Celestial, which is an interesting one that I've thought about back and forth for a while now. Of like, it's a celestial spirit. Obviously, it's not a full-on celestial because I would use the newer version of it. I just, Lauren finds the idea in this world really interesting, and the moment that would happen, the role-playing of that, super fun. I would need a reliquary worth 500 gold pieces, however.
Okay. I'd say with your search earlier, especially since it was actually technically more of a general search rather than just for books, I'm gonna give you a chance to pick one up.
Okay.
Roll me a d20, and the number you want to get is above 6. No bonuses.
All right. Well, here, let me roll it in.
I said above 6 and above, to be clear.
Okay, let me roll it in Roll20 so everybody can see it. Because if I just do it in D&D Beyond, so it's /Roll20. Here we go. Did I actually roll a nat 20?
You did. You rolled a
Yay!
Nice.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm like, I couldn't have done that right. It just gave me a 20. That can't be right. Wait, I think it. Okay.
Did I just wait? Hold on. Did I screw this up? Hold on. Did it do? Hold on. I'm trying to mouse over it. /roll 1d20. Is that what you typed?
No, I might have done that wrong. Okay.
Just type 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it does if you do that. Yep.
Okay. Roll 1d20. Okay, let's try this again, except correct. So /roll 1d20. This is what I get for just like pressing buttons. Let's try it again.
Good
There we
enough to
go.
get you your reliquary.
Not as impressive as a natural 20, but I'll take a 13. That's fine.
Good enough to get you your 500 gold reliquary whilst you were searching. And not get spotted with it when you grab it. Because this is definitely some sort of heirloom, but it's up to you if you want to take it.
It happens at the same time that we're picking up the here's how I'm gonna flavor it. We're grabbing these books in the financial section that I have said we are going to borrow. And fair listeners, we're not borrowing these books. We're probably giving them to Sargaroth, and so we're never giving these books back. And she doesn't really feel bad about it, but she kind of feels bad about it a little bit. And there's a little bit of back and forth of like, but this is for a good cause, but she's also stealing books, but it's for a good cause. And then as she pulls one of the books out, there's something behind one of the books, and it's a little figurine, like really crudely carved figurine of the God in the Heart that she pulls out. That there are so few of these because, of course, he wouldn't want an idol to him. That makes no sense. But it's so old, she can like feel how powerful it is. And that's how she reconciles that, no, it's okay that I take these books. It's probably fine. And she stashes it.
God told me it was okay.
Exactly. And that's how I have a reliquary worth 500 gold pieces.
That's fair. So do you guys want to, after all that's done? Oh, wait, did you have something else?
I'm trying to find a list of the things. Like, I have 149 possible spells that I can use because I
I
have to sort
do not
through.
want it to be homework for you, but how about we just say, if we'll talk about the possibilities.
The big things I know are coming that I don't think I have it yet. I know Heroes Feast is coming.
Oh god, that chalice.
Not for a while though.
Mhm.
Still, maybe
Yeah, that's
2
a long
levels.
ways off.
Wait, does
It's
the new
not
version
that
of
far off.
does the new version of Heroes Feast still require the chalice?
That's
so.
what
in
I'm
the
not
palace
sure.
for the
Let me
brew that
look.
is true?
I
Or
guess
is-
I'm gonna find out.
The vessel with the pestle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you need to choose
let
wisely
me
of that
look.
chalice?
Yeah, gem encrusted bowl worth 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell
Bowl.
consumes.
It's not the bowl of a carpenter for sure.
You've chosen
Correct.
poorly.
Sorry, every time. But I love Heroes Feast, but every
Okay, so
time
that is a while off. So that's 6 level spells. But I do know that I have a few things that are gonna need stuff, and all I can find is a list that has all of the spells and their components,
Oh no.
which I would have to go through and
I've got a way to
cross-reference
solve this for
everything.
you. Just put in your notes somewhere that during this time period, you have about 200 additional gold worth of material, spell materials that you can have picked up during this moment.
That would get me 2 casts of stone skin, or something else uses 100
Yeah, it's the kind of thing. Make
gold
it,
of
you know,
diamond
try,
dust.
if you have an idea now, making a decision now would be good. But yeah, the sooner you can make a decision on it, the better. But I don't want to spend the next 20 minutes with us discussing spells and stuff. So I was going to say we could take our
Right.
break now.
Okay. Oh, I
Um,
also have summon elemental, so I'm in a similar boat on that front too.
Let's take our break now. 15 minutes. We'll come back at 20 after.
Sounds like a plan.
See you guys momentarily. Ahoy, hoy, and welcome back. We can just get right back into it.
Let's go.
You all have spent the last day-ish collecting information and materials that you could. And we can say that we can move. You've also been doing it in the 2 hours that it was going to take for Carl.
Carl!
Carl!
Carl's brother, Kara,
Sorry.
to arrive in your ship. Yeah, if you guys wanted to head down to the docks, you could. Or if you wanted to do something else before it was time to leave, you could do that too.
I don't think so. I mean, I guess just making sure, like, are there other refugees that are coming with us, or at this point, now that revolution is kind of done, are there any more refugees, or are they on hold?
When he arrives, well, he's going to do his own thing when he arrives, but you did technically ask him to message you when he got ready to leave. And he's not going to want to, because he's like, I don't want to use the spell slot, but all right.
I mean, he's got to have as many as I do, so
He's
come
got
on.
more for sure, but yeah. Yeah, he's gonna use a spell slot up and be like, hi. I guess they're not really refugees so much anymore. But I mean, none of them seem too desperate to leave right now. Mostly they're just curious. And then you hear a rush of water.
Sorry, Lauren was like, was he on the toilet when he was messaging me? What was that?
It was a joke because I heard a rush of water in somebody's background.
Yeah,
All good.
I will. How close are we to the ship? To getting to the ship?
As close as you want to be. It wouldn't take you very long to get to the ship at all.
Okay.
Minutes? 10 minutes? 20 minutes?
Yeah, I will respond. We are a few minutes out. Unless people are in need or dire straits, try to avoid taking passengers, mostly because we're going somewhat dangerous. We'll explain more when we get there.
Okay.
Apparently, and then I'll look at everybody. Apparently, people are now just curious about the ship.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what that means, but
Do we just? I mean, do we go and find out?
I mean, I guess we're about to.
Well, let's find out.
All right. Let's move you. Finally, actually have a map to put you on. Let's see here. Is it this one?
Like, I'm
Lessons
a
learned.
little worried we're about to end up like there's gonna be a mass of people just like oohing and eyeing the ship or something.
Actually, hold on. I just realized this guy's not here anymore. It's been a while since you've been. Oh, and I guess Tallulah would not be on this map anymore. Take that off. It's been a while since you guys have been back. This is an old map with old tokens.
Yeah.
Old
Yes.
tokens never die, they just fade away. All right.
It's our ship.
Yay!
You're actually underwater with an
Yay.
air bubble, but
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
Okay. Hi. Because the rebellion is successful, I thought that I didn't need to make it invisible anymore.
Oh, that makes sense. How have things been?
Okay, so I didn't want to tell you over the message in case it got out or anything, but okay, so I was getting refugees out, but I was also carrying soldiers in.
Okay.
Okay.
Soldiers from who?
Hivernians.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
They had like an underwater special forces group that they were able to bring it, but they needed, some sort of level of needed a little extra transport speed. So I went up and I would get them and then I would take them down here. It was pretty cool. I was doing some cool stuff.
It sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys do?
Incite rebellion.
What's that?
We incited rebellion.
Oh, okay.
Talila's right now the Empress?
I was gonna say where she'd gotten off to. Yeah, no. Okay, cool. All right. Where did you want us to go next then?
You're taking that bit of information fairly well.
I Like a lot of very big things have happened in a very short period of time, and sometimes you just either you roll with it or you fall over and die.
That's accurate.
True.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully, by the time we are done with what we're about to do and return, she will have figured out how to transfer power so that it is no longer a monarchy and they have a much better form of government and she can leave. So, hopefully, this is a temporary situation.
Do you think that's something she wants to do?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
I think the idea of being stuck in a gilded cage in a tower is not something she wants at all.
Yeah, but she always struck me as particularly mercurial. So like maybe she doesn't want it. Maybe she does want it right now, or maybe she doesn't want it right now. She might change her mind. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing to leave her with some time to rule over people, because then she'll have to actually confront what that means, rather than just
Yeah.
have the idea of it. Yeah, I like it.
Even the idea of it didn't strike her fancy, so I think,
That's fair.
yeah.
Did you get the? There was like a play, I think.
I look over at Essequa.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real. It's been only like 2 days, and I completely forgot that we did a play.
Yeah, like I said, lots of stuff. Yeah, you just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, went well as far as I know. I mean, I was in it. Of course, I was in it, but I mean, it went well. We were all in it. That's the point.
Do we know what happened to the recording of that performance?
I can check in with Soren at some point. Where did he get to? Actually, I wonder now.
I'm assuming at some point over the last day or so that after things that you would have seen him or something.
If he was still around, you would have seen him, yes, but you did not see him.
I did not look for him. In all honesty, I did not see him, nor did I look for him.
We've been tracing a lot of threads
It's understandable.
since landing in Brescia.
We get back, we should look for him. We should also figure out what happened to that tape.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's high on my list of priorities, but it concerns me in a way I cannot quite accurately describe. Yes, we were in a play. It was successful, and it was an integral part of inciting rebellion. There was a lot of fighting.
You had a rebellion inside a play?
Kind of?
Yes, kind of.
Okay. I think Okay. First of all, you said over the thing that we needed to go somewhere dangerous. Um,
Yes.
let's start there, so like
So,
we can get underway and then we can talk and sail at the same time.
yeah, okay. So we need to head to the Isle of Dreams. Yes. Um, we are going to have a talk with Sagaroth about several things. One being my book, another being how familiar are you with book holes?
Um, uh, more familiar than I would like, I guess, is the best way to explain it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
More of them than I think any one of us would like, and we found out some disturbing information about them, and we think that Sagaroth might know more.
Well, yeah, he probably would,
Why do you say that?
because a book hole forms anytime a new lich is made. Okay, you're all making faces. Is this new information?
I think so.
Think that is new information.
Okay. No, that's that. Yep. I read that in. So I mean, I did some. Don't judge me, but I did some studying into how I could maybe one day become a lich, just to see what kind of information there was. And
Hey, no judgment. So we knew that there was some connection between book holes and liches. We obviously some of our classmates have defeated a lich that was uh that was near or had come out of a book hole, but we didn't know that there was a direct correlation between the making of a lich and the emerging of a book hole.
oh, so I should keep that information to myself with other people in the future. Got it. That's not well known.
Yeah.
Well, out of curiosity, which comes first, the hole or the lich?
I don't. All I know is that when I was reading, it said that the proliferation of like holes in it's the exact phrasing was holes in knowledge, but it felt like it gave in a couple of examples it gave geographical locations of places that are known to have these sort of infinite erasure book holes. There's one in Porthy Balin, there's one in Arrington, there's one in God, is it Griffin's Rest? I don't remember. It's a farming town in southern Kalich, yeah. So
Wait.
Hmm?
That's where I live.
what?
Isn't that where I'm from?
You're from Griffin's Reach.
Correct. Yeah.
Is that it? Is that what it's called? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I should stop. It's called Talon's Reach.
Talon's
I'm pretty
Reach.
sure.
Talon's Reach. Hey, griffins have talons and talons reach.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that one I knew about.
Yeah, that one's one of the more well documented ones. It's more recently documented, but it is decently documented
Mhm,
because of
Recent and decent.
And yeah, so like each one of them can be traced back to a either a wizard or a lot of them are wizards, to be clear. That's why I was looking into it. But not all of them, because I know Argon is a lich, and then there's a couple of other major liches out there.
As far as you know,
Mhm.
how many of these holes are there?
According to the book I read, which was up to date to just a few years ago, I'd say like 5 or 6 years ago, because it was a part of an ongoing not journal record. I don't know what to call them, but there was somebody was doing research for their thesis, and it was part of a published series of papers, but they were put together into a single book. I would say 5 or 6 years ago there was eight eight known ones.
Yeah, there's more than that now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe more than 3 times that many.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Neither do I. I think my most recent research into this was something like 27. I don't know. That's the number I have in my head.
Are there new liches being made?
That is an excellent question.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the reasons why my first question to you when we found out this information is what comes first, the lich or the book hole?
I didn't get that far in the research.
Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because we'll do it.
What?
I mean, we probably will end up doing it anyway, but I was going to go, well, we should find out. And then I realized that I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on myself and us, but it's probably going to happen anyway, especially now that I've said it out loud.
Yeah, you've just said it out loud, so you did say it. It's the whole thing now.
I mean, it's something that I think we were going to have to figure out anyway, because it might help us figure out how they are being formed and how they can be closed.
And whether or not all of these liches are bad.
Well, not every lich is bad. I do know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But that quickly, there's not a lot of ways to do it that are fast that are good.
Didn't we find out that gods were escaping out of these book holes too?
No, it's the reverse. They're being sucked in.
Oh,
The book holes are bad for gods.
okay.
They erase reality.
And the
Right,
gods
gods are made of belief that changes reality. Yeah, I could see that.
Mm.
Mm.
So a book hole forms and a lich forms, and then gods are getting sucked into these book holes. I wonder if there are specific correlations to the knowledge that the lich knows and the kind of god that's being pulled towards the book hole. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
If so, we are going to talk to Sargaroth, the dragon lich,
Mhm.
who seems to be very interested in monetary things. If he came out of a book hole that was his speciality was all about banking and finance, is there a god of banking and finance we need to warn about being sucked into a book hole?
Well, there's just the 7 gods now. Everybody else was captured into the God's Well back in the Kasari Empire.
Well, apparently there have been some other
That's
minor
not
ones.
Completely accurate. Yeah, there have been others still.
Well, yeah,
around.
there's also the newer forming ones like the God in the Void, but
Well, I mean, I guess if somebody believes in finance hard enough.
Can a lich
I
believe
mean,
in
money is only imbued
Oh
with
no. It's
the belief
no.
of and the
Well, no,
consenting
'cause-
belief of
No,
two
no.
parties.
No, because the Kasari Empire did a thing. All of their money. So if you guys, he pulls out a gold coin and shows it to you, and like it's got a picture of somebody that nobody recognizes from the old Kasari Empire engraved on it. But there's also some language underneath the picture that is unidentifiable.
Hmm.
And historically, I'm sure you guys have looked at your money before, and some of you guys are very learned people. Nobody knows what it means when they look at it, but there are historical documentations. And like, I'm telling you this is something he's going to pull out a coin and be like, ooh, I'm going to show you, but you may already know. The Kasari Empire has engraved every single piece of its gold and platinum and copper and silver with a thing to prevent a fiat currency god from forming.
That's amazing.
And yet they still put a face on the coin. So
Well, once you magically prevent a belief formed god, it doesn't matter anymore.
I
But
guess.
isn't the inherent value of money fundamentally rooted in the mutual agreement of belief
It
of
normally would be,
value
yeah.
of whatever material it's made of, and
Yeah. So
the reason that you would say that this type of metal is more valuable than that type of metal, or
Yeah.
this type of stone is.
The Kasari
It's a belief system to begin with.
So they trapped all their gods into some of them were boxes for like energy generation, but most of them went into the gods well. And what they ended up doing was they thought they were good. They thought that's all they had to do, right? They put their 7 gods up on a pedestal. They did the whatever the belief shows that they did, and they thought that was it. That's all they'd have to do. And then, of course, little gods started to pop up. They started as memes. They grew into little gods and so on, and eventually some of them grew to be medium-sized gods. And of course, the Khazari Empire would put those guys into boxes too eventually. But it almost all, like, the number of half gods or small gods that came out of the currency system was like, there was like a dozen before they worked this out.
well, if you happen to be a dragon lich who really believes in an esoteric coin that is not tangible, that is on a piece of hardware
With no material financial backing. To
that
speak
only
Mhm.
that only exists as a thing that has value because of your belief in it. And you are a powerful lich.
Oh, you think he was trying to create a new type of money that didn't have the preventing inscriptions on them?
You know, I don't know if he was trying. I have doubts about what he was trying to actually do and what he thought he had the what. I don't know, but I think that might be what happened.
Okay, first of all, and don't judge me for saying this, that sounds kind of cool, but also terrifying.
Yes.
I I don't need another god of money. It was bound to happen eventually, wasn't it? It was eventually. It's been 1,000 years. Actually, now I'm kind of curious why it hasn't happened yet.
Well, it is curious that there's a single monetary system that's universal throughout the entire world, from all societies and all forms, all species, all communities, that everyone is using the exact same form of money.
Yeah, why haven't they replaced them by now? I mean, you can melt down this coin and turn it into a different kind of coin. Wouldn't like
and does that hold the same value for someone who lives in a completely different environment? I mean, what value does that hold to those of us who live underwater compared to or to beings who have no say who live in the dark and don't use sight and appreciate the visual
No, you got me
I
wondering
mean,
now.
what is gold good for? It's pretty. Great. It doesn't feel nice necessarily. It doesn't taste nice. You can't feed yourself with it. So wouldn't there be other things that would be of value in other communities?
And yet
And for
everybody
that to
uses
be
gold and platinum.
consistently used. Mm-hmm.
Okay. First step, I need to do. I want to do some empirical testing. I'm gonna melt down one of these coins, and then I'm gonna reforge it into a coin and see.
And inside it is a tiny god saying, "Hey, hi, I've been sitting here for a long time." No,
That
that's not the
sounds
case.
more like something out of the Feywild, to be honest.
I'm gonna.
It does.
I'm
I
gonna.
totally want to make that currency now. Coins that have a living creature in them. Oh, I'm writing this down for my own nefarious
No.
uses.
That's Avernus. You've just talked about soul coins.
Well, yes,
But
and
have an
no, 'cause
actual
soul
little
coins
person
are
in them.
stolen. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about an entire species that is coins. Like
Oh,
that's
okay.
who they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Anyway, sorry, tangenting. Hi, back to game.
Yes. So I'm gonna melt down one of these. I'm gonna melt a coin down and then reform it into a coin and see what I get out of it. Cool. So someone must have done this before.
Science.
Yeah. Okay. We got that figured out. Anyway, I'm sorry. You got me
No.
on a tangent. I apologize.
No, that's okay. Sometimes these tangents are the only way that we figure out some of the weird things that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that we had had this tangent when we still had access to talking to Crescenza, because I'm very curious what book hole she came out of, because then we could find out what lich is attached to that book hole and see if there's a connection between the two of them.
I got a spell I can ask.
That would be fantastic.
I mean, you want me to legend lore it?
Yes, because I do wonder if this is at all an avenue that we could go down. So yeah, if you think that would work, that'd be great.
Okay. Give me like some minutes, and I'll have that. Yeah, I'll do that before the. I got some food cooking because I knew you all were coming. Let me get that finished.
Why don't you finish your food, and why don't you do your coin experiment first, and then we can do
yes,
the
the coin.
legend lore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Order
I'll
of
do that.
operation.
Yeah. I need to do it before I go to bed though, because I want to have the ability to do some more stuff tomorrow if need be.
That'd be great, because I'm really curious if there really is a connection.
Look, I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna come out and ask, and I'm not trying to pressure you guys one way or the other, but can we save my brother?
I mean, sure. There is a chance he is there willingly, but
That's fair.
if not, absolutely, I will do whatever it takes to rescue him or offer him passage away from Sargaroth, but there is a chance he's there willingly. If you would like to come with us onto the island and talk to him yourself, we will definitely do whatever we need to make sure that you are kept safe and that happens.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool.
From the very limited conversations I've had with Sargaroth, I got the sense that at the very least, your brother was the brains of the operation.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean he's there willingly, but that probably means that he is at least okay. So, but we'll find out more when we get there.
Okay. All right. Let me. I want to get to the food before it starts to get to overcook. If y'all want, I mean, obviously you can just take over. It's your ship too. So go. I'll I'll let you know when dinner's ready, and I will probably have an opportunity in between. I just need to take like 10 minutes to cast the legend lore. So yeah, I'll work on that.
Whenever you are ready.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll take over steering the ship and get us pointed towards the Isle of Dreams and look over at my friends and say, do we know of any other liches tied to book holes or any other gods that came out of specific book holes?
I mean, if we want to go back to the school after going to the Island of Dreams, we can talk to what's his face about the lich he defeated.
That's true.
I don't know. I've never actually asked.
We actually have a sending stone to reach the professor if
Yeah,
we
we do.
want to ask that. So if we need to cell phone home, we can.
You want to send a message to the
Sure, to try and get some information about the lich that they fought.
I feel like it's worth a try. He might be indisposed what with the battle going on, but I feel like it can't hurt to try.
Yeah. Thoughts on how we want to ask what we'd like to say?
Okay, so we're trying to figure out we're trying to pinpoint what lich and what god are tied to what book hole to see if there is a correlation between the three.
Who was the lich that the other students fought? Was it Talon's Rest where they fought the lich?
It was at the school.
It was at the school. It was
Yeah.
the
Oh, it was at the
school's
school.
book hole.
And the only name you got was Dark Glitch.
Yeah.
Which the narrator. So when I learned about the existence of these other book holes, the narrator or whatever the heck it is, the thing that talks to me sometimes, it did not seem to be able to distinguish. It kept calling it a dark glitch rather than a dark lich, which I understand how it sounds when you say them together, when you say the two words together pretty fast, but it kept saying dark glitch rather than dark lich, and I'm wondering if that also means something.
It probably does. I don't know what, but
Absolutely could.
I guess in this case, because I doubt the professor would know anything about any god coming out of that book hole, if he knows any specifics about the lich itself. Was it the same way Sagaroth is preoccupied with money? What were the characteristics of this lich?
So, hi, Professor. What can you tell us about the lich? The students fought at the school.
Anything? Any personality
And-
traits?
Personality traits, interests, characteristics, etc. We have 4 words left. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.
Hope you are well.
We don't. Sure.
Instead of thanks so much, is it hope
Yeah.
you are well.
Hope you are well.
He is in the middle of a war zone, so
Please don't die.
please don't die. That works for me.
Please stay safe.
That's probably a better way of saying
The
that.
less horrible way to say it. Please stay
Yeah.
safe.
All right. You want to hit me with the full sending so I can.
Oh, I didn't write it down.
Oh.
I said it out loud. Hi, Professor. What can you tell us about the lich at the school? I feel like I'm off track already.
No, you're good. You're good.
Personality, interests, characteristics, etc. Well, these are sending stones. We can go back and forth as much as we need to with these.
No, sending lets you cast it once a day, sort of deal. So it is just the sending stone lets you do it
That's-
once per long
Yeah.
rest or day,
Oh.
technically.
That's
Okay, right.
That's what I think. You still got plenty of.
Now to be clear,
etc.
the way I've ruled it, it doesn't use up his end of it. So like he can respond to you in the normal sending way and also send you something back
Okay.
at some future point.
Etc. I don't remember what else we said. I'm sorry.
No,
I
that's okay.
lost it. I counted out the first time, but I don't remember what else we had in there.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Take that, you fascist sons of bitches. Sorry, there's a lich at the school? I will look into it momentarily.
No, it's the one they fought. I said specifically the one they fought.
Yeah.
The students fought past tense,
Mhm.
not currently.
Yeah, he's in the middle of a battle, so
He's
I think
they're fighting. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
fighting.
Okay.
I think you were good. I think he's distracted.
Okay.
Fascist sons of bitches. But you know what? Fair.
Yeah, punch him in the face.
We'll grab him some other time.
Can I send a punch through the sending stone?
You can, but he's the only one who would receive it, so I don't know how well that would work
Can
out.
he sending stone as weapon?
Right.
Bonus attack?
Possibly when he
it's
pulls
okay.
it out to message you later, because he's going to be fighting for quite some time. They're
Whatever I respond, save a couple words for punch him for me.
Mhm.
With that said, as you sort of finish off that thing and explain to everybody else the response, which wasn't super helpful,
But we know he's still fighting.
everything slows down for you, Rivulet,
Oh.
Whoa.
and the ship that you're on, for lack of a better way to put it, becomes very Tron-like.
Mm.
Gasp.
You hear a voice coming from. When I want to be clear about what this looks like. You're in the water, so there is like you guys have just started your like movement away from Brescia, so you're still technically underwater. But for you, there is an open void around the entire ship. It isn't black, there is nothing, and you inherently know that it is nothing, not a color. It is the absence of everything. And from all around you, you hear a voice that says, "Oh, hi. You were asking questions of the universe, and I'm sorry it's taken me a bit of time to respond. Hi, hello. I am Synthra.
Oh, hello, Synthra. It's nice to hear from you again.
Yes, you remember me. Good. I couldn't remember if I had spoken to you before in this cycle.
Yes, we have spoken.
Okay. So, what was it you wanted to know? And we will end our session there.
Rude. Ah.
The universe put you on red, and then finally got back to you.
All right. So, yeah. Let's go to the next. Lauren, you got anything going on?
Sorry, I'm still very distracted by the universe being like, hi. Yes, hi, I'm Lauren Urban. She, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. Just go to the front page. you'll find all the stuff I'm doing. Besides being here with these awesome people, which I love, you can find me on the Crit Hit Chronicles channel on 2 different days this week. On Wednesdays, you can find me with a variety of people for the next couple of weeks playing Tackle Box by Jay Walton. It's a show called Drift Fishing, where we play a surreal fishing game, which starts off with the 2 of us fishing and ends with weirdness.
Chaos.
Much chaos. This week is a friend of mine from Podcasting Days, Jack Edithel, but the next couple of weeks will include someone who likes to play the entire universe. You know, you might recognize them.
The
And then
podcast includes the universe as a guest. Hello, universe.
exactly, the entire universe will be showing up eventually. And then on Fridays on the same channel, you can see me in Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, where I play a someone who used to be from the Feywild, but just recently had to make a deal to make her friends safe. And so when we leave the Feywild, she won't be from the Feywild anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's if you'd like to see that, it's Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, 5:30 on the Crit Hit Chronicles channel. Otherwise, I'm around. I'm doing stuff. That's it.
I am Jen Kretschmer, and I want Latia saying gasp as a soundboard. All the things. That was the best thing I've ever heard. Yeah, you can find me on the interwebs as dreamwisp.bisky.social, dreamwisp or dreamwispjen, depending what you are doing. And if you want to see all of the things I have done, it's linktr.ee/dreamwisp. And that's it for me.
I've just been distracted. I bought a tiny pen today. It's minuscule. It is so small.
It's so tiny.
It's so thin.
Exactly, but I think it fits in this little kind of like card holder thing that you can like slip in a wallet, so that you have a pen with you wherever you go. So that I'm just distracted by tiny things. Hi, I'm Latia Jaquise. As mentioned earlier, you can find me everywhere at Latia Jaquise or at my website latiajaquise.com, which has a lot of things that I just decided to put on there because when you have a website, you can do whatever you want with it. I don't have a whole lot going on, but if you are a member of the Dungeons and Dragons Discord, this Tuesday I will be joined by 3 of some of the best people in the world. We're bringing the folks over from Beetle and Grimm's into the Discord to talk about the art of the TPK. It's basically a Q&A about all things Faster Purple Worm. So we're going to have Bill Rahor, John Ciccolini, and the inimitable Matthew Lillard to talk about TPKs, Faster Purple Worm, Beetle and Grimm, and whatever other questions people have asked of them in the Discord. I have thrown the Blue Sky link that we just put up today about it. So yeah, if you're a member of the D&D Discord, come on in. It'll be Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. We've got a channel where you can come and ask questions, and it's going to be a good time because I've seen their live streams and I know what sort of chaos awaits me.
So much chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So much chaos.
The
but
best
excellent
chaos.
gents all.
Yes,
Yeah.
fantastic people all. I'm very excited for this conversation. I miss them all very much, so this will be fun.
I also love that it is the exact opposite of what is about to happen, which is we're going to be told, please don't die. Whereas Faster Purple Worm, kill is all about
It's all about
everybody
dying
Die.
and dying gloriously. So yeah.
I am Jeremiah Sumerian. You can find me on the internets at dsumerian. I wrote a new story this week for the SCP Wiki, for those of you who came here from there,
Cool.
called The Ending Is There Is No Ending. And it's about the impermanence of memory and the dangers of living in a world where memories can be selectively edited or deleted at the whim of those in power. And
Terrifying.
yeah, a little terrifying. Think about the life of, or the mindset of somebody who is like post erasure in the Men in Black world or something like that. Like
Mhm.
it's actually kind of literally terrifying. So yeah.
There's a really great Black Mirror that deals with that theme too.
mm.
That's about blocking people IRL until they just become
Oh
like,
yeah, I know.
blurs in the world.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
John Hamm, really good one.
I will say I also saw, or not saw, when you guys were talking about starting a podcast with the universe, my brain, I could see a person laying out in the middle of a field all alone at night, looking up at the stars and going, you know what? We should start a podcast.
And then the universe going, I'm already on 3 of them.
Are your Tuesdays
okay.
free?
Right.
Are you free on Tuesdays?
Do you have anyone who can edit? Because
I do not
I
like.
can record, but I just don't have the time to edit.
I think we're
Man.
gonna get the best sound somewhere near Yellowstone. So can you meet me at Yellowstone so that we can record?
It's like, do you know Olympus Mons? If we could do
Dude,
that,
that's like a 15-hour commute for me. Well,
all
that's
right.
not my fault.
Look, you
Travel
invited
faster.
you invited me, so all right. But regardless, try not to die, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.